we're going
Yes,
live.
Sargon of Akkad is back.
From the wastelands, I come again. This time, forcing Jensen to come with me, dragging him
Oh,
through the sands of the wastelands of the internet. Welcome,
let me
everybody.
go! I didn't do it. You got no proof. It wasn't me.
You're not here for that purpose. You're here just to convince.
Okay.
Welcome to everybody. I don't know if anybody's watching. Quite
At
frankly, I
this
don't care.
moment, no. Yeah.
All right, but we will start off with you said
Ah,
that Sargon of Akkad is now back on Twitter.
yes. Apparently, Twitter has decided to allow pretty much everybody apart from Alex Jones back. So, yeah, what to make of that, I'm not entirely certain.
Hey Matt, how JLM? How's it going? Um, yeah, the look, Sargon of Akkad, I think should have been banned for an entire different reason. Okay, it's not that
We're
I
now
dislike
about to
Sargon.
hear you. I take it we're now about to hear you call him some sort of long-haired hippie.
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
But one of the
You
things
have.
that I despise are look. I'm not a real fan of trolls. Okay,
Yes.
and Sargon of Akkad was used Twitter too much just to troll people, and some of the trolling techniques he would use, like when he was debating people with that are religious and things like that, he would sit up there and send them porn.
Ah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no call for that. I'm
No.
sorry. There's no call for that. It doesn't make you. It makes you not only childish, it makes you sick, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying. All right. First of all, for people who don't know, there are people who have the voice for this medium. Right?
Yes.
Carl Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad,
Hmm.
has that voice.
Yes.
All right. The Britisher has that voice. There are people that have that voice. Right. That works really well in this style and in this medium. Okay. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not a huge fan of Carl Benjamin's in regards to his twittering through porn. That's one thing that Twitter really should have done. All right. A lot of
Yeah.
people want to say, well, it's a free speech thing, and look, it can be free speech. Go put your porn somewhere else.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because as soon as you allow porn on your site, what comes next? Child porn.
Um, yes. Unfortunately, that is very correct.
Every single time. It doesn't raise the level of discussion. It doesn't do anything, all right, as far as advancing the platform as a whole, right? And of course, advertisers, it makes it difficult for advertisers. If you have a no porn philosophy, it makes it very easy for advertisers to say, okay, this is family friendly,
Mm-hmm.
right? In fact, if Twitter was smart, that's exactly what they would do because they would get the younger generation, all right, to be on the site. Why?
Yes.
Because parents wouldn't care that if there's no porn on the site, parents don't care that they're going to Twitter to yell at one another, which means
Yeah.
the skulls full of mush, the young skulls full of mush, are ready to be indoctrinated with your product, right? About how good it is, right?
Fair.
It's a simple demarcation. Just don't allow nudity on the platform, right? It's simple to find it. It's simple to you can sit up there and say put very hard definitions, right?
Mm-hmm.
As to what you consider nudity. For example, no nipple showing. Okay, there's no nipple showing, right? No nipples, no pasties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold it. Well, right. Hold it. I'm going to stop you here.
Hmm.
Okay. At what point do you, and I'm specifying you specifically here, define the difference between pornography and art? After
Where
all, there is a lot of art out there that would probably be banned as pornography on a lot of sites, but yet are
I,
still considered
I
art.
understand that. Okay, but
Mhm.
this is not the form for art either, though, is it?
No,
I
fair.
mean
I'm not.
Twitter when I say that.
Yeah, no, no. I'm not actually disagreeing. I'm just curious where your definition of porn and art apply.
Where my definition will porn and art apply changes
Yes.
from it's a very very, how do I say, not hard definition, right?
Hmm.
But really what it's involved in is sexual activity.
Okay.
Just because,
Uh,
for example, if a woman is bare breasted because she's feeding a toddler, do I consider that porn? No, I don't consider that porn.
no.
I do consider that if you see the nipple, I do consider it nudity. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry to do this to you, mate, but
Hmm.
what about the rape of the Sabine women? I mean, probably one of the most famous pieces of art that doesn't involve a woman standing there smiling.
I think that's
Eh,
porn.
But yet, that's art.
Mm.
You
Who
see what I'm
defines it as
saying?
art? You're asking my definition of art versus your
True. No,
definition.
no, no. No, that is actually a fair statement. I completely accept that. Okay, no, cool. Sorry to interrupt. Do carry on. Sorry.
No, that's fine. You asked for what my personal definition would be. That's my
Yes.
personal definition. Would I allow nudity on the platform? The answer is no. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, and I know people like, well, what about the Venus de Milo and all these other shows? Don't put it on the
Hmm.
platform. All right. I agree that it's not porn. Okay, but I don't want any nudity on the platform because of porn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the reason. It's not that I find it inherently wrong. Okay, but it's the one way we can stop it, that we can all agree. Okay, if we have this definition, it stops the porn.
True. And it's very true that if you get one, you end up with the other exceptionally quickly afterwards. Let's be honest. You just look at social media, and in fact, pretty much all media nowadays.
Right. I mean, you have a whole thing where people are like, "Well, let's get social media on Pornhub." Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Can't see that going
I
bad.
understand where people are like, "Well, yeah, I can hear it now. Nomad's a prude." Well, it, it, porn is something to me that should be, if you're going to indulge in it, that should be individualized, right?
Yes.
What I mean by that, it's not something you should be doing out in public.
No.
Period. It's societally detrimental publicly.
Yes.
Okay. I've been married for decades.
The answer is too long. Okay.
over 3 decades now. Okay.
You've been married basically as long as I've been alive. Wow.
Pretty close.
Dude.
Pretty close. All right. Does that mean that I think that having sex with my wife is something that should be displayed in public? No.
No.
Does that mean that I have a problem with sex with my wife? No. My
Mhm.
wife might have a problem with it, but that's a separate issue.
Good answer.
We'll be talking about how stupid women are later.
Oh, awesome.
All right. And so, but that's where we're gonna be going with it. We put
Okay.
everyone on a diet first, then we can turn nudity on. No, Matt, you cannot.
Mm.
There are things that
Actually,
are not that are not pornographic in any way, shape, or form, and are important for people to see. Actually, okay.
yep. Hello. How you doing,
Hello,
mate?
Hello.
Hello.
hello,
Before we go
Batman.
any further, I would like to respond to Matt Barkley. We put
Oh,
everyone on a diet first, then we turn the nudity on. Nancy Pelosi. End statement.
Holocaust.
uh,
Everything I need to
End
say happens there.
statement. Okay.
ah,
The
don't worry.
the pictures of the victims of Dachau and Treblinka
Yep.
and Auschwitz.
Still look
These are
better than Nancy
important
Pelosi,
things.
I know.
Mhm.
These are important things. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But once again, I would not allow them. All right, to be on the website or to be on the medium if I was in control of Twitter and I was the one creating the Twitter content. Right? That's just the way it is. Right? Oh, Ms. Murder. Oh no, I hit the wrong button.
That's weird.
Yep.
That's
Actually,
weird. I
this is
tweeted
for
the
Ms.
channel.
Murder. Ms. Murder will enjoy these.
Oh yeah. Hey, she's not the only one that will enjoy these. I just wanted it stated.
Well, that might be true. All right, but now you ask the question:
what?
do I consider that pornography? I consider it titillating. Okay,
Yes.
I don't consider it pornography because there's no actual nudity involved.
Yes,
That's where I draw.
that's
It's a very simple line to put it in that regard.
I don't even consider the cartoons.
Yeah, I know. It's quite
Once again, I
entertaining.
draw the line. It doesn't matter if it's a cartoon or not, right? Can cartoons be porn in your opinion?
Not really, no. I mean, you can have lewd and obscene drawings, yeah. But actual pornography, nah.
Okay.
See, I disagree with you.
You're entitled to your opinion. It might be completely and utterly wrong, but you're entitled to it.
It's not utterly wrong. It's a very simple, hard definition we can all agree on when we sit up there and say, okay, here is what the rules are. Okay.
One moment,
when you're trying to
please.
create a platform for rules that can be codified very specifically, that's one of them.
Oh, hold on a minute. No, Matt. Hentai is very specifically chicken bondage.
It's called art. Thank you very much.
Chicken bondage?
Yeah.
Funny enough,
hentai.
I actually don't like hentai. Yeah, very funny. Very fucking funny.
Very old as well.
Don't talk about yourself like that, man. Come on.
No, it wasn't. I was talking about Nomad.
All right, okay.
No, that might be true.
And it's
all right. Are we
it's
ready?
actually
Are we
fair.
ready for the? Are we ready for the first story of the day?
Please do.
Something weird. I came in. There was 4 people watching. I tweeted the stream out, and there was 3 people watching.
You scare
You're
people
a
off.
detriment,
Awesome.
is what you're trying to say, right?
Now there's 4 people watching again.
Yeah, it's gone back up. Ah, yeah.
I think Batman's he's just feeling his oats today.
I'm not feeling yours, you gay bastard.
I said your oats.
So are you streaming these stories to Discord or?
No, I'm not streaming the Discord. My system's having some issues and I don't want to press it.
Fair enough.
Fair point.
So we'll start with this. Royals put on show of pomp and pageantry as the king welcomes his first world leader to Buckingham Palace as monarch. Kate and William ride along the mall in the golden carriage as Charles hosts the South African president in a historic state visit.
He wants to be careful because the South African president might kill him trying to steal his farms.
Disturbingly, yes.
But
Charles today laid on the guard of honor for the South African president before joining him in the golden carriage ride to Buckingham Palace as he held his first state visit as king. William and Kate were part of the events for the first time, traveling to a luxury hotel. Now let me ask a question. Has it ever been where the prince is staying like at a budget motel like Motel 6?
bed and breakfast.
I'm just curious. Okay.
Actually, no, seriously. Most of my life, when I've been aware of the status of the royal family, I've often wondered what it'd be like if, while they still had the jobs and that, and had all the stuff like the royal yacht and all that paid for them, if they just lived on like the same amount of money as ordinary people, and when they went on holiday, they had to go to like bed and breakfasts and stuff like that.
That's amusing. Right,
Extended
before I
stays,
do,
right? We're gonna extend the stay.
yeah, Nomad, before I get in trouble with you, I'm just going to point out you do realise that Charles had the guard of honour to make sure that Cyril Ramaphosa didn't nick his car. That's all it was. He wasn't concerned about the people. It's just, yeah, we've heard about South Africa. You ain't nicking this car. Stop it.
No. What it was he had the guard of honour because he didn't want Femi running along and trying to accost him without a shirt on.
There,
That
the
is an
monarch
image
and the
we don't
Queen
need.
consort shook hands with the president ahead of the trip to Parliament and the glamorous state banquet at the palace tonight. Now, nothing against this, but what do you consider a glamorous banquet?
A 53-course meal.
2 burgers and a smile.
To some people, that is a 53-course meal.
That's a fair statement. So I'm not necessarily wrong.
I have another question. All right,
Go for it.
I'll wait for you guys to be able to see the picture.
I would say black, obviously black tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, it was just like a 3, maybe 4-course meal. The first meal being soup, yeah, all the important cutlery and everything. And basically a formal dinner.
Yes,
No.
that has literally just come up.
Not for me, it hasn't.
All right.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kate Middleton an elf?
Don't
If she
say
like
things
half
like that.
elf, is
Yes.
No.
Yeah, but
look at those ears.
It's
I
the hair.
agree.
Tell me that those ears are
It's
pointing.
the hair covering the back of the ear.
I know, but she really does look half elf, doesn't she?
She's got the elfin features on the
she's
face
good,
and
right?
everything
Yep.
else. I mean, let's be honest. The long
she's
freaking
good.
hands, the long fingers.
She's
Oh, yeah.
good looking enough.
Yep. And you know what this actually tells us? This tells us that the British royalty are married in with the elves. I mean,
Yeah.
just saying. Then again,
you realise if that's true, it
Yeah.
goes a long way to validating the Crown's claim to be appointed by God.
yeah, I know. Worrying, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is not a good look. All right.
And
This-
do you know? Put that picture back up. Put that picture back up.
No. You'll see the picture that I'm.
No, put that picture
You'll
back up.
understand what I said. This is not a good.
No,
Okay.
no, seriously, put that picture back up.
I think he will, but unfortunately, it's taking its time. Yes, Matt Parkley, definitely Romulan. Wow.
Yeah, 'cause
Wow.
let's face it, Romulan chicks are always better than. Oh
Oh,
God, he's trying to Vulcan salute.
Not a good look. Okay,
Oh,
so
Lord.
what
How
picture
come
did you
he
want
looks
back
like-
up?
How come he looks like a South African serial killer?
Actually, I have an answer to that one. He basically is.
The other thing
Okay.
is it me or because of how that picture's taken? Does it look like he's too big to actually be in there?
Yeah. I kind of get the image of help, let me out. I'll be completely honest.
trapped in here. It sounds like that because you can't go anywhere
Nothing
else.
against anybody, but when you smile like that, and you're throwing that out there, the demeanor isn't correct.
No, I know what it is. It's because he's a royal fanboy. He's fanboying out.
That's what it looks like.
It
Yeah.
does.
Look at
actually,
me!
doesn't
I
it?
look
Yeah.
at me like I
Hey,
made it in
hey.
the world.
You're saying
Yeah.
sitting in
that's
the royal
not a,
carriage.
you're saying that's not a good look, right?
I'm saying that for
Mhm.
a president to do, for someone that's a leader of a
No,
state to
this
do.
picture
No,
here-
it is
this
not a
picture
good
just-
look.
But yet, every one of them there looks way better than any of your leaders.
I
That's
didn't
not
say
really
that.
fair.
I'm talking about the expressions of the overly facial
Oh.
expression here, right? It
Yeah.
looks like he's enamored with the situation there, and you're
Yeah.
supposed to be representing your nation. You shouldn't be acting as if you're subservient to the royal family. I'm sorry. No, I know you guys disagree with that.
That's the thing is, even in South Africa now, if you're English, even with the state it is there, and specifically English or Welsh,
Mhm.
not Scottish, but English or Welsh, you will get favourable treatment even now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hate to say this, Nomad, but as much as America might like to do the we don't like the English thing, yeah, you do. Okay. the English are, for some strange reason, and I can list a whole load of people that it doesn't apply to, but we are considered smarter than the average person. Don't
Yeah.
say anything, Batman,
Uh,
just agree.
Yeah, the other thing is the way you're going about our royal family. It's blatantly obvious you're pining away for the royal family.
Yeah, we don't.
You are oh so wrong.
See, doesn't that sound like the voice of jealousy?
It does, yeah. It's actually,
Right,
I don't
right.
think jealousy, I think delusion.
Hey, there's
You know, this
Pull
is
that one-
this is the
pull that one
problem
up a
with the
bit.
British is they don't
Hold
even
on, pull
understand
that one
the
up a
fact
bit.
that when the Americans are actually wanting to play nice, this is how we play nice, and then they turn it right around and we're gonna sit up there and go, since you were playing nice, you really sit up there and want to join us. You really want to be part of us again. No. So I'm
No,
gonna
that's not
treat you
what I said
now
at
the way
all.
you deserve to be treated. Since you wanted to
That's
play this game, let's talk about this.
that's not what I said at all.
Yeah,
I said the way Americans go on about the royal family, it's blatantly obvious that you're pining away for them because you're enamored with them. You're fascinated by them.
No, we're
The slightest thing they do is major news to Americans.
not. Meghan Markle hits back at slut shaming.
Hmm.
Of
We said
women
we said
and
royalty.
says they faced being vilified for the exploration of their sexuality, while men who are players are heralded for their exploits. Meghan Markle today spoke.
Wait.
uh,
I'd actually like to interrupt here. No, okay. What she's saying is a load of bollocks.
Yep.
Men that are, air quotes, heralded for their exploits are just as much of a slut as women that do it. I don't care whether
Yep.
you're male or female.
Okay,
You go for the whole
let's
multiple
point-
party thing, you sluts. Go on,
Let's talk about something here, all right?
go for it.
Because I don't disagree with your comment.
Don't what?
The problem is, all right, is the same whether you look at this or not. And that is, it's the woman. Because women are stupid. Okay?
Do you know
Who
that?
thinks of a guy that sleeps around as a player or as a stud? Where did that come from? Who do you always
no,
hear? You have women, for example, all right, in Top Gun, all right, where you got the one married couple there.
I was always of the understanding that a stud was another word for a male gigolo, and a player, a guy was regarded as a player if he could chat women up. There's a big difference.
Well,
yeah, things have changed.
Who calls them that? It's the women.
Yeah.
Yes.
The women want to have this guy. They're going to look at him as the stud. Guys don't look at another guy and go, oh boy, he's studly. I have never heard of a guy sit up there and look at another guy who's sleeping around with women, and other guys are enamored with that and going, the only thing that they try to do is, how the hell did they get her in bed? Because I had wanted to get her in bed. Not anymore, because now she's just a slut. But that's what it's about. The guys are not looking at this guy as some heralded person. The people who herald these guys as studs and everything else are the women who want to sleep with him. So that they can get back at the other woman because I
and give them the sexual diseases that they've caught.
Which then causes other guys who were interested in, the supposed good guys that they're always supposedly looking for, to look at you and go, you're a slut. It isn't slut shaming. All right?
No.
Nomad, you know the best way to start a conversation with a feminist?
Go on.
I'll tell you a joke. Have you heard the one about the human? Have you heard the one about the human being and the woman?
Ooh, that's going to go so well.
Yeah.
Markle is the one who is out there exploring her studs and finding her studs, and she thinks that other guys are going around going, "Oh wow, we really like that guy." Nobody cares. All right. When people talk about Prince Harry, they don't look at him as a stud; they look at him as a fool.
Yes.
I hear Meghan Markle with Meghan Markle. Apparently, their pool boys got a restraining order out on her.
Let's be fair, dude.
Would you be surprised?
No, but I think it's more the fact that the pool that she actually lays there with her legs open. He thinks he's actually cleaning out the pool, and then realizes what. It's bad.
Oh yeah, you're so hard, you're so stiff. It's a cleaning rod, madam.
Yes.
I'm on the other side of the pool.
Mm-hmm. as you can tell, we don't think much of Ms. Markle. Just saying.
That's the thing. If you get a cast of Meghan Markle, right, get rid of any of the personality in the face, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm being objective here, not subjective.
Okay.
That is an attractive face, right?
It is.
Okay.
Right. And if you got the Duchess of Wales, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, the Princess of Wales, rather.
Yes.
And you did the same. Objectively, with no personality in the face, that not as attractive a face, right?
I disagree.
Yeah.
But
I think
when you get them standing together as real people, I'm
The
sorry,
difference
but
is huge.
Princess Catherine blows Meghan Markle off the fucking stage, out of the building and into the sea.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But it's because it's everything together wrapped up as a package. But although I don't think that Meghan Markle by herself is prettier than Kate Middleton.
I said objectively, not subjectively. Subjectively, neither do I.
Objectively, I don't see it. But then again, everyone has their own tastes. Okay.
Yeah.
But the problem with this whole thing about women empowerment and everything else is women don't realize they're the ones driving all this. They're the ones that drive all the things that they're complaining about. Okay, not just their view of men and everything else, like the whole stud thing and everything else. It's in their own minds.
Yep.
It is not the way guys look at you. It's the way you look at each other. Meaning how women look at each other. That's the biggest issue involved in this.
Hey, there's another one for you.
You're too busy talking about how men do this and men do that. The only thing men do is think. Now, when they stop thinking and let the little head think, that's when men get into trouble because they put a dick in crazy and crazy comes out.
Fair.
There's another one for you. Another difference between Markle and the Princess of Wales. I would never have sex if I had the chance. I would never have sex with Meghan Markle because I feel dirty. I would never have sex with the Princess of Wales because I respect her too much.
Fair. Actually, I accept that.
And besides, my husband couldn't beat me up. He's got an entire fucking army to chase after us.
He does have a kind of advantage there.
Over men are the superior women now.
There's a few factors in the whole slut thing, and it all goes. It all boils down, as everything does to do with sex, to reproductive instincts.
Yeah.
Well, there is that aspect of it as well, but
that's a huge aspect. That's a phenomenally huge aspect.
The problem is when you sit up there and set aside your logic, all right, and you do things completely on emotion, and that is the entire feminist philosophy. Throw away your intellect, okay, and just
so they're anti-Vulcan.
From an emotional standpoint. If you want to talk about any one of their points, and it's all about that, how they feel.
Oh, it's easy. It's a series of nerve endings send impulses to their brains.
I waited for that line. I really did. I knew it was coming.
That's usually that's something I forget where I picked that up from, but I was saying that even in the 70s just to piss me off. Because, how are you feeling? And as well, I run my hand across something, and the series of nerve impulses send impulses to my brain.
Closely followed by the word "ow" as she hit you. Am I wrong?
Well, no, because I could move faster than her.
Okay, that's acceptable.
But it got to the point where she stopped asking me that, and I was happy.
Sorry, I realise you want to do this story, Nomad, but expert weighs in on mystery of sheep walking in circle for 12 days. They're summoning their demonic god. Okay, that is literally a sheep circle. It's a bit like a fairy circle, but different.
No. The one who's on the field.
Just for you, Jensen, I put this up as something we'll talk about.
No nuts. Hold on. Jensen, what they're doing is they're wandering around that circle going, Paxo.
AOC.
No, mine was funnier.
No, actually, that's not really fair, Nomad.
Repeatedly.
AOC is more stupid than most sheep.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. AOC probably worships gets someone and ends up worshipping the sheep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Back to now to the story here. All right.
Yes.
And you can watch this little video here. This is pretty distressing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is not a joke. All right. And we're not going to go any further than just that. North Carolina woman who died under mysterious circumstances at a luxury Mexican resort was treated by a doctor at the scene and was alive for close to 3 hours after her injury, according to a shocking police report that contradicts her death certificate. The Charlotte native Shaquilla Robinson's death certificate claimed that she died within 15 minutes of suffering a spinal cord injury while vacationing last month at a swanky Fundadores Beach Club in San Jose de Cabo San Lucas, I assume. All right. But the Charlotte Observer obtained a police report that revealed that Dr. Carolina Beatriz Gutierrez, I can say that one at the end, all right, of the American Medical Center, was with the 25-year-old for almost 3 hours before she was pronounced dead. According to the police report, which the paper obtained from a journalist with a Spanish language Polemics? What the hell?
Yeah, but no, I have no idea.
A medical assistance was requested at 12:13 p.m. on October 29th. The person who summoned the help was listed as Winter Donovan of Greensboro, North Carolina, one of 6 friends believed to have traveled to Mexico with Robinson, the Observer reported. The doctor said Robinson, who was told had drunk a lot of alcohol, had stable vital signs, but was dehydrated and unable to talk, the paper reported. Gutierrez told the group that she wanted to transfer Robinson to a hospital, but that the friends insisted that they treat her in the villa. Okay, now something ain't right here. Okay, what? She needs to go to the doctor. Tells you she needs to go to the hospital, and you're gonna say no. She stays here.
No. Okay, I'm an idiot when it comes to hospitals, but there are certain times where you just go to the goddamn hospital, and that's definitely one of them.
The woman is unconscious. Obviously, can't speak. She's obviously in a major distress, and somehow she's going to get over it. This sounds like, I'll be honest with you, this sounds like
it's like
not that they were drunk, that they were doing a lot of drugs, and she overdosed, and her friends freaked out.
Yep.
Yeah, because her friends should have been keeping a better eye on her.
Yep.
Right. And
there are some places in the world
where... How did you end up with a spinal cord injury? Well, you end up with a spinal cord injury from the beating you took.
Yeah. I mean, there are some places in the world where if you're out and, or you're in a party, rather, and one of your friends overdoses, the immediate friends can actually be charged.
Yeah, it's a responsibility thing.
Yeah.
After about an hour, Robinson suffered a brief seizure, states the police report cited by the paper. At 4:20 p.m., the patient's friend named Winter Donovan called 911 to request an ambulance. Well, the doctor can't do it?
Seems that's their job.
All right. In the meantime, the patient presented difficulty breathing and a lowered pulse. Now, either it's that or this is a flat-out murder.
Yeah.
Or manslaughter, at least.
It does sound suspiciously like that, doesn't it?
Well, low spine injury, that's a lot of times that's caused by somebody falling or being pushed downstairs.
Yep.
Paramedics administered a total of 14 rounds of CPR,
or being kicked when they're down.
5 doses of adrenaline, and 6 discharges from a defibrillator without success, according to the report.
That's what I would call a ridiculously suspicious death.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that there needs to be some answers here. Okay, and somebody needs to get to the bottom of it. If you're going to do an autopsy at this point, I think an autopsy is not only called for; it's mandatory. if especially if the body comes to the United States, they have to get to the bottom of this. There's
Oh,
something.
there would
This
be an
this is
autopsy
not
in the
normal.
UK.
Mm.
Now people can drink. Okay,
Well,
you
there would have
can
been at one
drink
time.
enough alcohol to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean that is possible.
A lot of time,
But-
it's not actually the alcohol that kills you. It's
Doing something stupid afterwards.
no, it's passing out because you're drunk and lying on your back whilst throwing up, unconscious. That's what killed the first lead singer of AC/DC. Because his friend didn't put him on his side.
There's also the fact that they said that she was dehydrated. If she was dehydrated, all right, it means she was drinking a very, very strong liquor.
Yes.
Right? Almost straight. Now that will dehydrate you. Okay? Alcohol will basically absorb water in your system. Okay?
Yes.
And it will cause a dehydration effect. Even if it's liquid. Okay, it will dehydrate you. Right? And if she's suffering from dehydration, and the doctor says she's suffering from dehydration, the first question is why didn't he put her on a freaking IV to get some saline in her?
Yes.
There's a lot of questions that I have about this.
I actually can give you an answer for almost every single question you have. Mexico. End statement.
Ariba.
Sorry, no, I'm not actually trying to just be a dick with that statement. I'm being genuine. They just don't appear to have the medical understanding that the rest of the world has.
I just
They do pay them enough.
Life. Okay. Sports. ESPN.
I like my comment to Matt Bartley there.
After Peter Burns crossed the line with his wife joke. Well, this is awkward. Tensions appeared to escalate on the set of the SEC's halftime show. We were talking about the SEC earlier today. All right. Saturday during the Florida Vanderbilt game, where Vanderbilt beat Florida, I think for the first time in like 6 decades. After analyst Peter Burns cracked a joke about the wife of co-analyst and former NFL tight end Ben Watson. Things began to turn south when Burns jokingly asked Watson if he didn't get the memo about the hosts, including Chris Doreen and Tequila Spikes, wearing dark-colored suits. Watson, who was dressed in a light blue with a pink tie, dude, you're an NFL tight end. No comments from Batman. All right, all right. This is not what you should be wearing. All right.
He's wearing no, he looks gay as gay can be.
Right.
That's probably why he's
went along with the banter, saying as long as I get a text from my wife, all right, that says I look good, send me the text, baby. Send me the text. Burns chimed in. That's not the text she sent me. Okay.
Good shot.
If I'd have been Watson and he cracked that one, I would have just pissed myself laughing. I'm sorry.
Well,
That's
if he's
funny.
your mate, all right, if he's a friend, from somebody
I don't
you
care.
know,
It's still
no,
I don't care.
No.
It's
the
still
mama,
funny.
The family jokes end with the family. Okay, no joking, adding to the family like that. I'm sorry, especially into a situation like that.
You're American. I'm not. Gents would be the same as me, I suspect.
We do have a very, very different attitude when it comes to humour between our two countries. Right. I do have to say that.
I will be very, very blunt. There's a lot of people who will laugh off jokes about themselves, but the moment you mention a family member, them's fighting words.
Keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
Slap. Yeah.
It wouldn't have surprised me if he had done that, right? And I would have been on and just like some of the commentary about, because I still think, I don't care what anybody says, I still think that whole Will Smith, Chris Rock thing was staged.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm sorry. I just think
let's face it, if it wasn't, Chris Rock would tear Will Smith apart.
Yes. No, that is actually a fair statement. Chris Rock is most definitely the scrappy little git.
If that's all the scrap that Will Smith has in him, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Chris Rock is a scrappy little bastard. Will Smith is
just a bastard. Yes.
No, Will Smith is this large, sad-eyed guy. That's all he is.
But he's all right. But he had been working out from some of these roles and things.
So what?
He's not cut. It's not like he's not cut, and he could have delivered a blow a lot harder than he did. Let's be perfectly frank.
I've beaten up guys who've had more muscle than me.
Yeah, but did they hit you?
Yeah, once.
First? What?
Yes.
All right, and
by the way,
did you just go and just look at them like you were stupid, or did
no?
you
I staggered back and went, right, you bastard. No,
yeah.
I staggered back and said, right, you bastard, and then launched myself at them.
Yeah.
You understand my point?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I understand your point, but Chris Rock would take Will Smith.
I actually agree with him.
I would put all of Matt Barkley's money on this.
I'm not saying that. I'm not debating that point. That's not what my point. My point was is that it's obvious the slap wasn't. It was Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it had been real, when Will Smith's sitting down, he's shouting, "You keep my wife's name out of your mouth." Chris would have probably replied with, "Yeah. Well, you keep your wife's vag off the pool boy's dick."
Either way,
not wrong though.
Fighting words. Okay,
yep.
Let me put it so you understand the context. And it's, to me, this just shows you where our society has gotten to the point where they thought that this was okay to do on a television show. This kind of talk to one another needs to tone down. I don't mind jokes back and forth, but if you're not a mate, if you're not a friend of yours, right? If that's not a friend where you know it's just friendly banter, okay?
Yeah.
But when you don't really know the other person and they make a comment like that, I'm sorry. You have to defend your family. That's the way it's always been in the U.S.
Wasn't there a YouTube video where they've got Will Smith, Chris Rock slap, they've got rid of the audience soundtrack, and all you've got is Jerry, Jerry, Jerry.
Nice. I'm okay with that.
Shall we go somewhere else?
Go for it.
Japan gives up on landing moon probe in setback for its lunar program. Japan's space agency suffered a setback in its plans to further its lunar program Tuesday, as it gave up on landing the country's ultra-small space probe on the moon due to a failure to stabilize communications with the lander launched last week. In other words, they lost communications, so they can't telephone land.
It's because it's ultra-small, and the range of the communications is only 20 feet.
Japan's Aerospace Exploration Agency said that the Omotoginshi
the Sushi 3. The Sushi 3. No, let's just call it the Sushi. Let's just call it the Sushi 3.
Omotenashi. That's how you say it. I think I finally got it.
Guys, just call it a Gundam. You know what it is, okay?
Could not receive transmissions from Earth to correct its trajectory and its position after its solar power cells kept facing away from the sun.
No.
But scroll the picture down a bit further so we can actually see the full mock-up, please.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, just that image right there, it does look like it's crashed into the moon, doesn't it?
Can't see it yet.
These are rendered images supplied, so I don't know if this is even real images. The development cost for the probe were
that's not a real image from what I can see.
$5.6 million. So in other words, I hate to say this, we spend $1 billion or $2 billion to put something on the moon. The Japanese spend $5 million.
Hey, Jensen.
Yeah.
Why does that look like a bungalow with the roof removed and a rocket motor lashed to the back?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
imagine an elderly couple come to the doorway and they're looking out. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
JAXA, had hoped that the box-shaped lander measuring 11 centimeters in length and 24 centimeters in width, 37 centimeters in height, weighing about 12.6 kilograms, would become the country's first probe to land on the lunar surface. Oh, you can land it there.
Yeah.
Trust me, getting it to land on the moon is easy. Ask the Russians.
Yep.
No, they crashed theirs on the moon deliberately.
The
You know,
difference
you,
between landing and crashing isn't actually that much.
you know, it's really going to piss the Japanese off about this.
Go on.
The Chinese have successfully landed more than one rover on the moon by now.
That might just piss them off a tiny
And the
bit.
other thing is Japanese mission control. You know the sound you can hear from the guy controlling this thing. Ding, 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 ding.
The Omotenashi, touted as the world's smallest lunar lander, was launched on November 16th from NASA's Kennedy Space Center, all right, on the U.S. Mega Rocket Space Launch System. What the hell's the U.S. Mega Rocket Space Launch System? What? Is that SpaceX?
No.
just curious.
I doubt it because it would have said SpaceX.
A subtle clue, but no.
Anyway. So Japan's having troubles landing on the moon. I think the big thing Japan needs to start spending its money on is, and I know a lot of people probably aren't happy about this, is, you guys, you need a couple carriers, and you need them out there pretty quick. Just put it out there. You're going to need some carriers really friggin' soon.
How can you say that, Nomad? I thought America was doing all that sort of thing.
I mean, Japan's militarized moon landers. I mean, the first two that they tried failed because somebody's dog kept catching them as they launched.
Yeah.
Ready for the next story?
No.
Go for it.
That nobody's heard about?
Nope.
Let me know if you've heard about this.
No.
I will.
Death toll of Indonesia's quake rises to 162.
Jensen
heard about it because he planted the dynamite.
I deny everything. You have no proof.
Actually, I do. Actually, I've got photos.
Well, listen.
Shit.
A total of 162 people were killed after a 5.6 magnitude earthquake. If he's buried enough dynamite to create a 5.6 magnitude earthquake, what was he doing for months and months at a time? Because that's tons and tons of TNT.
He knows a bunch of Irish labourers. It took a Saturday afternoon.
The worst thing is he's sort of right.
I mean, that's how they built the pyramids. You know, it wasn't slave labour; it was Irish labourers.
Yeah.
4 of them.
No, don't be stupid. If you wanted the pyramids built, you just got a bunch of the Amish in and they sorted it out. 15 minutes, you got your pyramid sorted.
No, they only build in wood.
What you don't realise.
Damages to many houses, buildings, and infrastructure facilities. The tremors were strongly felt in the nation's capital of Jakarta. Up to 13,784 people were forced to flee their homes and take shelter as their homes were damaged by the quake, according to the data issued by the Disaster Management and Mitigation Agency of the district of Cianjur, one of the hardest hit districts or areas. The infrastructure facilities damaged by the quake include roads, a bridge, school buildings, office buildings, mosques, and health facilities, it said. The significant rise in the number of casualties was due to a new report of landslides that buried about 100 residents. Nina Fatima, senior officer at the Data and Information Unit of the district's Disaster Management and Mitigation Agency, told Xinhua by phone. The agency has set up 47
Xinhua.
Well, whatever. The agency has set up 47 centers providing aid, including food, medicine, for quake-impacted victims, according to a spokesman for the National Disaster Management Agency, Abdul Mahari. All right. Now, why did I do this story? I did this story because nobody's heard about there being a massive quake in Indonesia.
No.
Why? Because they're too busy bitching about what? The U.S. elections?
Okay, right? Nomad, would you like me to give you an honest answer to that? I'm going to give you the choice.
Or is it a sporting event?
No, actually, it's literally the world doesn't care. Sorry to say, but it doesn't.
Okay.
Nope.
And I realise how harsh that is.
When the tsunami hit, the world cared, right?
Yeah, but that was because because we've found other things to give a monkey's crap about, and that is a terrible situation to be in. We should be giving a crap about this
Yeah.
because, quite simply, the loss of life is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
And
what's
Jensen
more
wants
is
his dinner.
whether you like it or
Hmm.
not, this is really
Seriously,
a
yeah.
high tech. This is a high tech alternative to China that is now shown to be unstable.
Yep.
Right? I mean, a lot of hard drives are made in Indonesia, correct?
Oh yeah.
Right. So a lot of the high technology is here. A little bit closer to the United States. Back to the United States.
Hmm.
Elton John concert attack. Los Angeles couple beaten at Dodger Stadium.
Don't do it, Batman. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'm sorry. It's too late. You mean no actual witnesses? I'm surprised. It's a Dodger Stadium.
I'm surprised they hit his Dodger Stadium. Let's be honest. Carry on.
I mean, look, what were the witnesses? Crickets and a tumbleweed.
Well, you take a look at this. This looks like quite a bit of pooling of blood.
Yeah.
Or maybe
That's
it's a
not
drink.
pooling. That's not pooling. That looks like spraying.
It could be. I don't know. Police have arrested one person in connection with a brutal beating of a Los Angeles couple in their 60s by a group of people following an Elton John concert in Dodger Stadium. The Los Angeles Police Department did not release any further details about the arrest, but continues its investigation after a video went viral on social media showing the battery incident that happened in the Dodger Stadium parking lot on Thursday. The couple's
before you go
daughter,
on,
Nicole,
before you go on, do you know what the most disgusting thing about this is?
Go on.
They videoed it instead of trying to help.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a 60-year-old couple.
Yeah.
All right, being beaten obviously by a bunch of other people. Well, anyway.
No, lads. This is the biggest difference between our generation and theirs. Our generation would try and step in and help. This generation will video it.
Unfortunately, he's not wrong.
The couple's daughter, Nicole, spoke with Fox 11 about the incident. They were so excited to go have a random little date night, so they went to the Elton John concert. They had a really nice night and they wanted to beat the crowd, so they left about 10 to 15 minutes before the concert ended. Nicole said her parents were about to leave the stadium when they heard a loud thud. They were in their car exiting Dodger Stadium and traffic got crazy out there. People were walking around all the cars, so they were in line to exit. A group of people walked around their car and they both heard this loud bang and somebody had hit my dad's mirror on his Tahoe, the Nicole said. Nicole said her dad got out of the car to figure out what happened. He looked and was thinking his mirror was hanging off, and he looked at the people and said, "Who hit my mirror?" And this group of about 6 people turned around. A female was like, "I did!" And she was intoxicated, and witnesses claim that she swung at Dad first, and he went to block. The last thing he remembers is 3 or 4 guys just started hitting him all at the same time. Nicole said her mom was in the car, but got out at once to help when she realized what was happening. Her instinct was to go out there and help him. As my mom was trying to pull the men off her, she was grabbed by the back of the head by a female in the group. Before she knew it, a gentleman in a black shirt and black backwards hat, as seen in the video, basically football tackles my mom, and my mom just remembers flying, and that is it. Witnesses said that my mom hit her head so hard in the concrete they heard her skull hit, and everyone was certain she had cracked her head. Mom blacked out, not a surprise, and when she came to, she was looking around, and no one was helping them. She was looking for my dad, and my dad's was lifeless on the floor, blacked out as well. Nicole said one man helped her parents and that a man also recorded the video but had a run-in with the attackers. The attackers witnessed him recording and went after him as well, so they broke his phone, punched him, is what I am told. Nicole said her parents were not receiving help quickly enough, so her mom ended up driving them both to the hospital, and that's where they made the police report to the LAPD.
Right. That'll look good. That'll do them.
Yeah.
Now, well, they've at least arrested somebody on this.
So that's amazing.
Well, that's what the whole thing says at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
They
If it
arrested
was a
one man.
metropolitan police force, a metropolitan police
Now the
force in
question
the
is the
UK,
person they arrested the guy who made the film? They don't tell you.
if it was a metropolitan police force in the UK, and what offensive words did they call you? They didn't.
Yep.
I don't know. They beat us up, so you weren't triggered by any trigger words. No. Oh, well, I'm sorry, we can't help you.
Yeah, that's depressing, but he's right.
They don't say anything about the guy who was arrested. I wonder
No.
why.
No.
Because
Now, it
because
could
he's
be,
Nick.
like I said, did they arrest the
Mhm.
guy who actually filmed the thing? Is that who they actually
Probably.
arrested? That's typical of what these idiots do.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, and I realize it's LA, therefore it's California, therefore it's a bunch of idiots. But quite simply, when he got out of the car and they started attacking him, she just reached over to the thing in the car, pulled out a gun, and shot them.
It's
It's
LA. They
legal.
didn't have a gun.
I know, that's what I mean. That's the disturbing part of this. But she should have just got out of the car and stuck a bullet in each of them's stomach. Hey, they might not die that way.
Funny you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta agrees to pay $1 million to Rashard Brooks' widow for deadly shooting.
Why?
The Atlanta City Council agreed to pay $1 million to the family of Rashard Brooks, a 27-year-old black man who was fatally shot by police 2 years ago. Do you remember this episode? This is a follow-up.
No. But I
No.
bet you
This
that
is the
$1
guy
million.
who was trying to run at the fast food
Oh
joint
yes.
and grabbed the
Yeah.
policeman's taser and was trying to
Yeah.
fire the taser at him and got shot.
Yep. I bet you that $1 million will last about 6 months.
Right?
Yep.
The city council voted unanimously to approve the settlement 3 months after prosecutors determined in August that the police had committed no crimes and their use of deadly force was reasonable. Then why the hell are you paying this out?
Yep.
Black privilege? Can we say it's black privilege?
You know, I have to say that
well-
nowadays.
Well, no,
Is
lads.
that
Like
what
they,
this is?
like has been said by people wiser than me. If you wish to find out who your true rulers are, look for those you cannot criticize.
He's right.
The city attorney has done an extensive review of the facts on the law and has determined that the city of Atlanta's potential financial exposure in defending the plaintiff's claims is in excess of the settlement amount, said Councilman Dustin Hillis. In other
Okay,
words, doing the right thing might be expensive.
I
We
hate
don't
to
wanna
actually
do
say
that.
this, but over here, in some ways, it's actually worse because the fact over here, the family could have probably claimed financial aid for actually doing this, and actually have they took the police to court for nothing, i.e., the tax people pay
Yeah.
for it, and then the city gives them all that money, which is the tax people again. So that's where the difference between your country and our country. Kind
would
of
be
agree with
even-
yours a bit.
It would be even worse if it was in London because of there'd actually be a media event and
Yep.
Sadiq Khan would give the family a giant check.
Yeah.
An
Yeah.
autopsy report states that Brooks died of 2 gunshot wounds to the back, resulting in organ damage and blood loss. It also noted that he had a blood alcohol level above the legal limit, and that the toxicology report states that he had tested positive for cocaine and Eutelon, better known as ecstasy. This guy was drugged up out of his mind.
He
grabbed
didn't
the
have a
police
mind
weapon
left.
to fire at him. Gets
No, man,
killed by the
he didn't-
police in the following gun battle, and the family goes, "Well, where's my money?"
No, man,
Yep.
he didn't have a mind left.
Yep.
He was basically a chemistry set going crazy at that point.
Unfortunately, yeah.
This is the kind of bullshit that goes on. This is black privilege.
Yes.
No, correction. This is black thug privilege.
Actually, that's a fair statement.
That's
No, actually, he's right there because there are a lot of black people that are actually perfectly decent people would probably find this just as appalling as we do.
I'd say
But like
the
you said,
majority, actually.
Yeah, like you said, thug. That's the difference.
Those black people won't get any help like these thugs do.
True. If I may,
Matt
one sec,
Barkley.
one
Oh
sec.
man, you guys have never done ecstasy?
Yeah.
Incredible shit. I know I have never done ecstasy. I've never done cocaine either. In fact, I have never done marijuana or anything else that was not prescribed. Okay.
Matt, stick ecstasy up your ass. If you want to do something, you go for pure MDMA. Why bother with ecstasy? That's a pussy drug. Don't ask questions. I just know this stuff.
Matt Bar. It's unfortunate that Matt Barkley's comment earlier, I missed it. All right, Todd just get beaten there all the time.
Harsh but fair.
Well, I'll remember that for the 11th of December. I'll remember that.
Good.
But no, this is where the problem is in this country. Is this idea that you just pat the little black man on the head and say we know you can't help being a thug. That it's racism on steroids.
Yeah.
You're not going to fix racism by doing stupid shit like this. How does this help calm anything down? So basically black families, all right, when one of their family members is out of their mind and killing people, all right, all they have to do is raise a ruckus, and then whitey has to come in there and give them money. Is that what your mentality is?
Pretty much, yeah.
You're gonna train your kids to go out there and get killed so that you can sit up there and live high in the hog? And before somebody sits there and goes, "How dare I make that statement?" That's what people in the world used to do. They would sell off their children.
Yes.
And when you don't care about life, and you've demeaned life to the point that, well, I didn't want the child anyway, right?
Yeah.
This is what's going to end up being the result.
Oh, just come across a tweet.
Okay.
There's this Anthony Costello, right?
Yeah.
He's apparently a doctor, speaker, author, the Social Edge ex-director, WHO professor, UCL co-chair, Lancet Climate Countdown on Independent Sage, idiot basically.
Yeah.
I mean, UCL, that's what, University of California something?
UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles.
Well, it just says UCL. But he said, Shamima Begum is a British citizen who was brainwashed and trafficked as a 15-year-old to Syria. She lost 3 children in an ISIS, quotation marks, marriage. She should be allowed home, have her citizenship restored, and be rehabilitated with her family. Well, 1, her family live in Pakistan now. 2, she's not rehabilitated. She wasn't trafficked. No. She left of her own free will. Yes. She knew what she was getting into. The only reason she wants back in the UK is, and let's face it, ISIS is still a threat. She only wants back in the UK because she wants to radicalise, indoctrinate, and recruit.
Pretty much.
She shouldn't be allowed. I don't think she should be allowed in Europe, let alone the fucking UK.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's that innocent that she was amongst the ISIS women. She was a high rank, and the other women were terrified of her.
Right.
Okay, my turn. Right, she wants to come back into England. To put it bluntly, she could wander back into England, and there is bugger all that the British government would do, and that is to come in here as an illegal immigrant. And she would get in. She's doing all of this just to be seen, just to get time on the news. That's all this is. Okay, it's a load of crap.
The other thing is, if she turned up in any street in England, because her face is being plastered all over the place, she'd probably be recognised, and I don't think she'd survive it.
No.
Even amongst Muslims.
I don't. I understand she would. No. Let me point out something.
Hold on, no lads. Jensen lives in London. Let him comment on this one.
Okay, actually, Batman is completely correct there. Grant, if she kept her face hidden, which is actually not necessarily a problem for her particular species, but if she kept her face hidden, she might survive. If not, there are people out there that would quite simply go, "Oh, it's her." Word would get out, and not by social media, quite simply just by phone calls through social media, and she would find wherever she's staying getting visited by petrol pumps
Yep.
while she's still in it. Do you disagree at any
What?
point there, Batman?
Why do you
Nope.
believe that?
Well, ISIS is an Islamic faction,
Yes.
not supported by most Muslims, especially in the UK. They've got their own factions. She's an enemy to them as well as to us.
Oh, by the way, you didn't think I was talking about white people were going around there and blowing her up, did you?
I
I
didn't.
did not. Oh, good, because I did not say that. I very specifically did not say that.
No, I don't. I disagree with you because I have seen the Islamists in action, and even when they're in factions, okay, yes, they will fight amongst each other, but not in the land of the infidel. They don't. All right,
Mhm.
they coalesce
London,
together until they kill the infidel. When the infidel's not
London,
around, then they'll fight.
London isn't one of the lands of the infidels anymore.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Even they'll say that. They
But I would
will
like to
actually
point
tell
out-
you, Nomad. They will even tell you London is an Islamic city.
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, I would like to point out something else. Right?
Go
Have
on.
you noticed something that you haven't heard about in about 6 months now?
Go on.
The
Where's
search for Joe
Julian
Biden's
Assange?
brain.
Oh, good. No, that's actually a
Mm.
good point. No, you
Where's
haven't.
Julian Assange?
Especially, yeah. Especially seeing as there was that
Beat
whole
the
thing about
Clintons.
there was that thing about him actually being, handed over to the Americans. Suddenly, it's all gone very, very quiet.
Yeah, like I said, Clintons. Meet the Clintons.
Yep.
They're the murderous American family
Them and lots and lots of others. Let's
from
Talk
get
about
real
the
here.
America for a
town
moment.
of DC.
This is something you guys don't celebrate.
What?
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Not the way
Well,
we do over here. Right.
yeah.
Gathering again.
Actually,
Hey,
hold it. Oh, Leah, hold it. I would actually like to say happy Thanksgiving to all of our American brothers and sisters.
yeah,
and
so
that's
would I.
actually a genuine statement. I mean that.
Genuinely, yes, I would like to say that as well. But insultingly, yes, I'm on my way to the port of Boston in Lincolnshire to throw creative coffee into the harbour.
Now I can tell that this is not done by an American to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's take a look at this picture here.
That
You
turkey
have
doesn't
a
look like it's been
gravy
done right.
bowl full of relish.
Hold on.
Where in
yeah.
Can you
the
wind the
American
picture up a bit?
traditions
Can you wind the picture
of
up a bit, please?
Thanksgiving do you freaking drip relish anywhere?
Can you?
No.
Thank you. That doesn't look like relish as you call it. Looks like mushy bloody peas.
I would actually say guacamole, just for the
That's
American.
not
cross-reference.
guacamole. Guacamole is a much lighter color, to be honest.
Still
Okay,
missing the
all
bottom of
right,
the picture there, Nomad.
Up a bit.
What was? You want more of the picture?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, the stuffing. The turkey shouldn't look like it's vomited stuffing.
It actually
or
does
rather
look.
shit out.
Yeah, it does look that way, and I'm seriously disturbed about
And
those
here's
green.
another thing: bell peppers down
Yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what the hell this is supposed to be.
Uh,
Okay, this was taken by the AP because they're British, and this is how you imagine American
Oh,
Thanksgiving. It doesn't
I've
work
seen
this way.
American Thanksgiving meals. They look nothing like that.
okay.
Exactly.
Hold it. That so-called white thing that looks like paper, that's garlic. Trust me, I have problems
These
with
I
this.
garlic
I know
don't know what
garlic.
the green things
yes,
are.
I see that. What's
Yeah,
the
fuck
green?
knows what the green things are.
But
I don't know what the green things are.
Nomad, I've actually when my dad was in the army and we were in Germany, specifically RF Bruggen. We were there for 2 to 3, maybe longer years, and I've been to a few American Thanksgiving bloody meals.
Uh-huh.
I mean, admittedly, I was in single figures, but I can still remember them
Yeah.
because
And
unlike
and
in English,
they serve gravy and mashed potatoes, don't they?
uh-huh,
Yeah.
different kinds of potatoes as well.
Yes, they
Yeah.
have sweet potatoes.
Sweet
Sweet
potatoes, to be
potatoes is
accurate.
another
Why I
thing
found
that's a
this is
tradition.
where I know I don't like sweet potatoes.
Yep. Same here.
Cranberry, which they at least show the cranberry sauce in the background, right?
At least
But
we
But
can
that's
theorize
normally a
it's cranberry
foreground
sauce.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
Hold on, oh god, who's
Oh,
just turned up? Better Shirati.
Oh god, it is as well. Hey, Shirati.
Green things, they look
What?
like Brussels sprouts.
No, they
No,
don't.
no, no.
They're
If
nothing
that's
like
Brussels
Brussels
sprout, that
sprouts.
is mutated into the middle of next month. I have no idea what the
Bru-
Like I
Brussels,
said, they look like blown up Brussels sprouts.
Brussels
Uh-huh.
sprouts don't have things sticking out their ends.
This is also a fair statement, but effectively, a Brussels sprout looks like a cabbage, but a damn sight smaller.
And they don't look like tiny cabbages.
No, I honestly, I have no idea what that is.
So let's see
I-
what
I-
the tips
know
are
what
that the
things
AP
grow.
thinks that we Americans need to have. All right.
Okay.
First,
And
not
who
the
knows
turkey.
how they grow in your country?
Oh,
Naturally.
you're saying that they only grow mutated vegetables in Britain? Is that what you're trying to say, Sir Hardy?
Are you seriously asking that question? We have the Batman and the Man-Eater in this.
Thank you for the compliment.
You've also got nomads and a robot here. So what?
I'm only part robot. Thank
Oh,
you
sorry.
very much.
Nomad and the Terminator.
That's better.
Yes, very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And on to the first tip. First,
Yes.
the bird. The bird is the center of most Thanksgiving meals.
She's a robot.
Right. But it's important to handle raw poultry properly to avoid spreading bacteria that can send your guest home with an unwanted side of food poisoning. Number
Mhm.
1, thaw safely. Frozen turkey needs about 24 hours to thaw for every 4 to 5
Yes,
pounds of
we
weight,
know this.
according to the Department of Agriculture. In a pinch, it can be thawed in cold water bath, or even a microwave. But it must be cooked immediately if you use those methods, and don't wash the turkey. It's a bad idea to rinse it in the sink, a practice that can spread potentially dangerous germs like salmonella to nearby areas, said Jennifer Quinlan of Drexel University. Okay? Cook it thoroughly and refrigerate promptly. Okay? Now,
Okay,
let's
look,
see here.
I know that the British don't do the Thanksgiving thing, but we do Christmas, and turkey is generally considered a thing of Christmas.
Yep.
Okay, in fact, to be fair, when it gets down to Christmas, you're looking turkey and goose. Now, the point I've got here is I've had Christmas dinner for quite a few bloody years, and my mum always did it a certain way. This whole thing about you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to. No, that's a load of crap. You just cook
Yes.
it properly.
He's right.
It really is. That is the entire
It's a matter
answer.
of
Cook it
cooking and
properly.
making
You take it out the freezer the day before, you put it in lukewarm water, and you leave it there till the following morning.
Yep.
Then you slowly cook. Then you prepare it.
Yep.
You stuff it. You wrap it in bacon. You wrap it in tin foil, and
Yep.
you put it in the
don't
oven
wrap it in
for.
bacon.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
you
you do.
wrap it in bacon. Literally, he mummified the turkey with bacon. It was
100%
absolutely
agreement.
fucking delicious.
Yes.
I'm not
If
saying
you've
it wouldn't
never had
be,
it, try it.
But that's not the American way of doing turkey.
Well, it should be because it's better.
I'm actually going to agree with him
In
here.
that regard, I think you're right, Batman, but that's not the point. We're talking traditional American
Yeah.
stuff.
Either way, you prepare the turkey, you wrap it in tin foil, you put it in the oven until it's done,
Yes.
and then you slap your young son's hand when he tries to reach for someone. He comes out.
Yes.
And saying that, my hand is stinging.
The best way to make sure that your turkey is fully cooked, all right, to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, is to use a meat thermometer, said Lisa Shelley, who researches food safety at North Carolina State University. Don't rely on the golden brown skin or the color of the turkey juices. Once the turkey is served, be sure to refrigerate it and all other leftovers, mashed potatoes, gravy, yams, none of which were shown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, within 2 hours. Really, set a
I'm at 20.
timer when you put everything out, suggested Quinlan.
Hold on a minute. Yeah.
Look.
I'm 28. I know more than what my grandparents know. I'm going to tell everybody what to do.
Now, I'm
Right.
sorry. I'd just like to say something you haven't read yet. All right. This is quite an important thing, especially for the British, because we will have a reaction to this. Clean with soap and water and then sanitize with chlorine bleach. No,
Yeah,
we don't
cutting
touch
tools.
chlorine bleach when it comes to
Nope.
anything to do with food. That is just wrong on
Yes.
so many levels. And
Yes.
if you wish to disagree with me, Nomad,
What we use chlorine for, right? And it is something that we do, right? Is the cutting
yeah,
tool.
no,
only thing-
you ram it into chickens. Come
We
on.
No,
should
the only-
not
the only
ram it
thing-
into the chicken.
The only thing the only acceptable use for chlorine is to turn it into a gas and use it on German troops.
I'm okay with that statement.
Man. Certain danger zones, all right? Certain holidays are known for
her
specific
kitchen.
injuries, and Thanksgiving is no exception, said Dr. Christopher Kang, president of the American College for Emergency Physicians.
It was a can! And shit!
That's
I'm
what his
sorry.
name is, Christopher Kang.
Yeah. We was cans and shit!
Carve
Seriously, guys,
carefully.
guys, pause a minute. Nomad, you need to give Doku a wrench, mate.
Okay.
Why?
Yes, because apparently he likes to hand out wrenches left, right, and centre. And
Oh,
yes, Doku,
hold on,
ramming
hold on.
chickens.
Before you do that, no, too late. He's done it.
He is now a moderator. By the way, Doku, if you want to come in, feel free to jump into Discord.
I wasn't going to time him out. I was just going to remove his comment, but I couldn't. So
Ramming chickens. Ramming speed. Anyway.
I'm totally
love
okay
this.
with this.
Carve
Yes, you
carefully.
do.
Slicing a turkey is a lot harder than it looks, as Turkey Day injuries attest. Always with any cutting and carving, we see lots of hand injuries and finger injuries, said Kang, an ER doctor in Tacoma, Washington. Make sure the carving knife is sharp and never slide towards yourself, always away. Don't put your hand under the blade to catch a slice of meat.
no, you don't say.
Beware
You should be using. No, hold on. If you know what you're doing when you're carving, you use a carving knife and a carving tongue.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Right?
Mhm.
Beware turkey fryer fires. Sorry. Deep fried turkey may sound delectable. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to be real blunt here. Dipping it in full of vat of hot oil doesn't mean that the turkey sounds delicious.
Deep fried turkey, no. Fried turkey, on the other hand, yes.
Yes, but
done
deep fried
in a
turkey
frying
is a
pan.
thing here in the United States because one of the problems that Americans have are you put a turkey in the oven and it's got to be in there for hours to cook properly. And Americans want things instantaneous. So we came up with the idea of let's get a big pot of really hot oil and throw the turkey in there for 5 minutes and we're good to go.
And this is why your seat when your city's under siege, you always lose. Somebody tips the pot. Where's all the oil gone? Your wife used it to fry the turkey. Oh,
no.
Tip over, spill, and the combination of a frozen or not quite thawed turkey and hot oil can create an explosion. Every year, there are people that get really badly hurt. He's not wrong about this by idiots doing this. But see, they are supposed to be the examples that the rest of us learn from. All right?
Yeah.
Even when that doesn't happen, he said he's seen plenty of other painful scalding injuries caused by the hot oil. Yeah,
there's an easy way to do. There's an easy way to stop all these injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Don't allow sharp implements or hot oil in California.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Thanksgiving gatherings also kick off a spike in other ER visits as generations gather and swap germs. This year,
Oh,
the
for
danger
fuck's
posed by
sake.
COVID. Oh, come on.
What,
And
what,
other
what, what, what
viruses
is it?
include.
What is it? We're getting Great Uncle Bob from the 16th century. Oh no, we've all caught smallpox.
All right.
Hold up. No, wait. Sean has put a perfect comment. Boiling oil plus frozen turkey equals ISIS attack. I absolutely love that. That's brilliant.
Okay. I'm
Hey,
going to be.
How would you stop? I'm going to in America going to celebrate Thanksgiving because they can't fry their turkeys.
They can't eat turkeys. They eat like
Tofu.
crickets, things like that, and tofu. Yeah.
We need to ban.
Yeah, hey,
food
I
from
want to see
Orlando.
them eating the ball, and if they're eating crickets.
I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna take a little Mickey out of this. The supposed Christopher King.
Mhm.
Right. Well, you're an emergency ER doctor. All right. During Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
you mentioned the
Yeah.
turkey. You mentioned people cutting their fingers. That happens. All right. I can't deny
Yes.
that. You mentioned the fryer part. Right? Yeah. Then you went on to viruses. No. You know what the next thing is? When the families get together in this season, what happens is the boys go out to play football.
Yeah.
And they're playing tackle football
Oh yeah.
without any pads or anything else.
Aye, the real
And there's
way.
a lot
Yeah.
of people who get broken bones, their face gets broken noses, all right, because you're playing the friendly football game with the families. All right? That is the next thing that happens in these emergency rooms. All right? I've seen it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right? It happens every year. You go out, especially when you're on an army base, because on the army base, you're looking for the football game to play. Hopefully,
yeah.
the officers aren't around because the officers will put a stop to it. But normally, we'll go out there. We'll just go out there and muddy it up. It'll be a muddy field somewhere, and you'll have the time of your life just playing tackle football in the mud.
Yeah.
And yes, people get hurt. We put a guy in the ER because he broke the orbital bone of his eye. All right, trying to tackle
Nice.
somebody once. Right? Now, I felt bad for the guy, but the game continued after they took him away. They didn't
Yeah.
stop anybody because that's what we do.
Yeah. They didn't actually mention the most dangerous thing about this, and that is family reunions. The moment you get your family all in the same area, there is likely to be fatalities occurring.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just my
That's a
family.
possibility, but they just chalked that up too. Optimistic experience.
Fair.
And in fact, I would put the quote unquote carving accidents down to probably the wife getting upset with the husband. Oh yeah, I
Well,
was
it's
carving
usually
a
what
turkey.
that
That's
lot.
why my
No,
hands got
it's usually no.
laid
You're
right
wrong.
through
It's
it.
usually what that lot said about our Sharon.
Yeah. He's not wrong there.
Okay, let's do since this is the final story of the day, we'll do the final story of the day that Jensen wanted to do.
Do you know what Americans are frightened of this time of year most of all?
Go on.
A visit from Super Turkey.
Terrifying concept.
Oh God,
Mystery
I
of
can't. I've been
sheep
looking
walking
for
around in
on.
a circle for 12 days may be solved. Scientists say there's a possible explanation for the bizarre phenomenon involving a huge flock of sheep caught on film walking in a circle for 12 straight days in China.
It's what they
12
what
straight
they were
days in
bleating.
China. That should be the first thing.
It's what they were
Yeah.
bleating. They hear them going on bleating. Cthulhu, Cthulhu, Cthulhu.
You notice it wasn't in Wales that this was happening. The sheep would not be walking around
Are
slowly
you
in a
sure
circle in Wales.
Yeah.
that
No, they'd be running.
that
Mhm.
Eeyore is actually like a donkey and not a sheep? Anyway,
Eeyore's a donkey.
The eerie video posted on Twitter last week by Chinese state-run outlet People's Daily shows dozens of animals marching around on a farm in China's remote Inner Mongolian region. The tweet accompanying the creepy footage assured viewers that the sheep are all healthy. All right, and the experts suggest that they could be a very natural reason for behind the animal's striking behavior, which has unnerved and mystified people around the world. It looks like the sheep are in a pen for long periods, and this might lead to stereotypic behavior with a
Boredom.
repeated circling due to frustration about being in a pen and limited, said Matt Bell, a professor at the Department of Agriculture
Hold
in
on.
Hartpury University in Gloucester, England.
He did it. He actually did it right.
Yeah,
I am
he did.
impressed, Nomad. Well done, mate.
Yes, you're now an Englishman. Well done.
You actually said Gloucester correctly. I am actually impressed with you, mate. Seriously.
Yeah. If this is basically because of boredom, how come it's so unusual that it's been reported on?
Yeah.
And how much of a perfect circle is that ending up? That's something you want to think about.
Right. Then the sheep join, and as they are flock animals, they bond together to join their friends. The social behavior of sheep is dominated by flock mentality, which controls the animal's movements and protects individuals from predators. Has it occurred to you that maybe they're doing a circle like this to look for the predators that might be out there?
Yes. After all, let's be honest, mate. As an American, you understand this. Put the wagons in a circle. I believe that was
No.
a term used for you lot.
No, they're doing this to celebrate the Battle of Little Bighorn, only they're pretending to be the Indians.
Big Custer's on the inside. That's where the goat is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, mate.
The owner of the sheep, all right, identified as Ms. Mao, all right, claimed that the spooky sheep roundelay began with just a few animals before the rest of the flock joined in. Although there are 34 sheep pens at the farm, the only sheep in one of the pens, number 13, had been acting this way. All right, some have speculated that sheep behavior could also be caused by a bacterial disease called listeriosis, known as circling disease. The illness is transmitted through contaminated food, soil, or animal feces. It causes a wide range of symptoms, including depression. Oh, so the
Couple
sheep
of
are
things.
depressed, okay? Loss
Couple
of
of things.
appetite, fever, partial paralysis, and circling behavior.
Couple of things.
Listeriosis usually causes death in infected animals within 48 hours, so it does not explain how the sheep in China continue to be walking in a circle for 12 days.
Couple of things. First of all, Jensen wants to meet that woman. I mean, her name is Miss Meow. And second of all, I know what was happening. The sheep were going round, and you hear, what do we want?
Miss
Better
Meow,
conditions. When do we want them? Now.
Let's be fair. It's more like, what do we want? We don't know. When do we want it? We don't
We
know
don't
either.
know.
We know what Jensen wants. Jensen wants this.
What do we want? Mint sauce.
This is what Jensen's been looking forward to.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything wrong with this, and I'm just going to point out it's perfectly acceptable. There's an entire
No.
country that supports this. I will remind you of this.
An entire country of perverts.
They're still a country.
Of perverts. Oh God, yeah, Matt. I think Matt's hit on it. They've all been traumatized by a pretty close encounter of the third kind.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying they came out with a rectal probes? Is that what you're trying to say?
Doku has actually said the most accurate thing ever. Cat girls will take over the world one day. It's true. They will.
Have you ever seen the cat girls ever take over anything? Even in the anime, they don't. What are you talking
No,
about,
that's true.
Jensen?
Actually.
They do, but subtly.
No one
they
notices
don't.
except for their control. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to take that. You can take that right back. They do take over something. They are amazing as the maids in the cat cafes, and you know it. Tell me I'm wrong. Come on.
I've got. Hold on. As an aside, I've got a question for Nomad. In this situation, right? You can get in, do the thing, and get out without being discovered. Either anybody seeing you, any kind of surveillance device, any kind of forensic evidence. Nobody will ever notice you, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you could, with all of that, would you sneak into the Oval Office while the president is having one of his naps and affix rollerblades to his shoes while he's asleep?
No.
I would. I'd also hide webcams around the place so I could get it on DVD, on video.
No, let's be honest. I can tell you exactly what I would do. I would sneak in there and using a Sharpie, a permanent Sharpie, I would draw penises on his head because at least that way he'd look perfectly normal for himself.
Do you know what the funniest thing you could do if you can get away with this?
Go on.
Things like that. While he's asleep in the Oval Office, you get all of the furniture, right, and including the carpets, and you fix it the ceiling, and everything. Yeah, you basically make the place look like upside down. When he wakes up, he's going to be terrified because he's going to think he's lying on the ceiling.
That's a fair statement. I like that.
There are so many things you could
Matt,
do.
he'll fall down on his own sooner or later.
Yeah.
There's so many things you could do if you were like that.
Yeah.
Master Ninja Spy.
Oh God, yeah, that one, that Adam Sandler film, Click, when he had that remote control, that could
Oh,
control
yes.
time. Yeah, I'd love to have that. With Joe Biden, because he's standing there, giving a presidential speech. Click, right, and then we click it back again. He's dressed up in his wife's clothing with a wig on and everything, and a handbag.
Like that, what I would do is right before he gets on and gets getting ready to, as he's going through, getting ready for his speech somewhere, right, and he's going through those cue cards that he always carries around with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would super glue them so that when he
Oh,
gets
no.
in his hand, he can't get out of it.
No. I would switch those cue cards for the script from Back to the Future.
If I may, Matt has come up with a concept. I would tattoo his face onto his face, but slightly off center. Nice idea. If you're going to do anything, okay, you go click, stop him, and you paint him up in blackface. Could you imagine how well that'd go?
Yeah, with a wig.
That would be brilliant.
With a wig.
Yeah, mate. That would just be outstanding.
Put a freaking clan head on him. I'm sure he's got a few hidden in his drawer somewhere. Be easy enough to put it on there and take the picture.
Oh yeah. No. This is a better one. Like he says, just the clan outfit, right? And when somebody takes the clan hood off, he's got a Michael Jackson mask on underneath.
Nomad, are you suggesting that Democrats might have something to do with the Klan? I'm don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Had something to do with the Klan, and I'm saying
Fair
that
point.
Joe Biden was probably a member of the Klan at one point.
There
are a lot of people who believe that as well, because for very good reasons. The guy is an out and out racist. He is a true white supremacist. And if the press would get off their ass and really look for white supremacy, they would find it very easily in the speeches and everything else that Biden has given as an adult on multiple occasions.
Which is why they won.
And yet, they go out there and go after the Proud Boys who have members that are African American in them and say they're a white supremacist organization.
Did you mean an adult or an addled?
There's much difference with him.
That's another thing you could do. Yeah, you click freeze time, and when you unfreeze time, he's dressed up with a black wig and a little mustache as Adolf Hitler, holding a sign that says "I hate the N-words."
Let's be completely blunt. No one would really notice. I mean, he might as well be Hitler.
The press would see, the problem is the press would cover that up.
Of course.
Of course, it's
not if when the time you unclick time he was standing in Front Street, Harlem,
walking around Baltimore. So I'm sure that would go well.
I guarantee you, they would cover it up.
Oh yeah, that's the problem.
They would do it. They would do it. All right, that's everything I got for the day. I hope that everybody enjoyed themselves. Batman, you got any last words?
You know my last words.
Okay,
go on then.
Do you have any last words? Before we get to Batman's last words?
But seriously, I hope you all enjoy your Thanksgiving. And to be honest, I hope no one actually gets ill from it. And for God's sake, stop using chlorine on your food.
Yeah, in seriousness, about Thanksgiving, I hope the only way you get ill is because your sides are hurting from too much laughter.
Yeah.
But that being said, piss off, you lot. It's over. Go away.
All right, good night, everybody.
Go!
And we're done.